So I was actually surprised when I made that one sniping video, and then I realized, wait, I never actually used this weapon during it. So here we are. So this is the Tika T3. So this is a very surprising weapon, to be honest, because this thing is chambered in 7.62 by 51, which is a very powerful round, as most of you know. But the thing is that number one, it is in what is essentially a hunting rifle, but it's available at level 1, so technically the se- this is the highest damage dealing gun in the game uh per bullet. We're not talking about, if we talk about fire rate, I think pretty much like anything else, maybe the SKS would overtake that. But we're gonna bring this in, see if we can slay some bodies, and yeah, I'll see you guys in raid. All right, so I do believe I actually have some quests here now that if I remember correctly. Locate the satellite dish near the lighthouse. Okay, that should be doable. So, what's there? So I guess this is my obligatory what is there to say about the Tika, I guess. So, it's a bolt action rifle, which means your rate of fire is very slow, but if you headshot anyone with this, they're just straight up gone, to be honest. Like, poof, goodbye. No, no afterlife, no nothing, you know? You're just gone. So, definitely a weapon to use, if only it was actually, uh, if only it was actually viable, because, well, I mean, technically it is, but, I mean, it's the same reason people use, like, it's basically like a budget AWM, but the AWM, I think, is kind of a better gun. I mean, 338 is pretty good. So, and 7.62 by 51, I think it's more of a DMR bullet than. Is he gone? It's more of a DMR bullet, or, well, you know, like the G3A3 or FN FAL. Those are what is better, because you can control them better than this, basically. So it is definitely a gun. uh, I've actually tried using it before for like certain for like a particular like setup, but because in that moment I think I was desyncing a lot, so I couldn't actually, so whatever I tried didn't actually work. But one of the upsides of the Tika is that you can find ammo relatively everywhere, because it's a level 1 gun, so its magazine spawns quite literally everywhere. Although not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I mean, at level 1 it would technically be very deadly, but for the most part, at least for PvE, I don't think it's a gun that you should look at, because most of the Fenix are pretty easy, to the point where it's kind of unneeded, I guess. I mean, for me at least, I've always been more of a I've always been more of a, if I want to snipe, I'll just slap an assault rifle, just slap a sniper scope onto onto an assault rifle, and then bada bing bada boom, you know. I've never thought like, oh, I need to specifically use a bolt action rifle, because I mean, let's be honest, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you know, if you, the DMRs are unless they shoot a very specific bullet, and when I mean specific instance, I mean unless you're using a Barrett 50 cal, it's unlikely that your bullet does more damage. The Dragunov does 762 by uses 762 by 54R, which is a pretty decent car cartridge. Barrett, well, 50 cal. I don't really think I need to explain. Uh, and yeah. God, he's moving around so much. Okay. Okay. Well, so I think early game, snipe bolt action rifles don't really get much use because, I mean, do you really think that you'll find a sniper scope that early into the game? I mean, maybe you'll find an ACOG, but unless you like kill someone who has like a smith sight, I mean, who knows? Maybe with the loot refresh, it's much more likely to get them now. But I don't know. I think that honestly, you shouldn't put your eggs into this basket because this basket ain't gonna give you a good payoff. But you know, as a gun, technically 762 by 51. It's most of the time it'll instantly kill anyone who has a who has no armor, and it'll do a lot of damage to anyone who does have armor. So technically, I mean, yeah, it is a 762 by 51 gun. So not much room for, not much room to deny its power, but obviously due to the fact that it's a bolt action rifle, you don't really it's not really as good as it should be. But if you can't wait to use the G3A3, I guess you could use this. But only on island though. I think island and maybe Matka are probably the only situations that you can use this. Um, Other than that, just literally use an SKS or something at level 1. I mean, for me at least, like level 1, you know, I don't experience level 1 cuz I bought Nuclear Knight. So who knows, maybe we'll get another sniper v sniper match against Mamba. Please do not let me be right. I know I said it, but please do not let me be right. The last thing I need is to fight Mamba with this of all things. I get it, 762 is a strong round, but Mamba is tough, and I don't think I'll do good if I fight him. I do need a rage sack lightsaber though, so I'm gonna have to play a lot of island, even though my current tasks do not really really need me to. Like night maps without dying. I'm trying to level Shiro and Hannah at the same time, but I'm ahead for once in Hannah, and I think I can honestly upgrade Hannah before Shiro, because surprisingly I actually am pretty up and up on doing Hannah quest. But Shiro quest, I had this one period in time where I had to collect to turn in, or it was either collect or turn in 2 Hannah bottles, and I just did not find one for a solid like 40 rates or so. Now, I'm not American, so I don't know what a Tika would be used for, but if I had to guess, it would probably be it kind of looks like a hunting rifle. I'm not so sure about the wooden stock. I think wood is pretty outdated as now polymer should probably fare better. Um, it's also not a very good gun because it doesn't have it. You can attach. I mean, that's not the right one for it, but you can't attach a suppressor to it, which does kind of just only add on to the weaknesses of this gun, because the AWM could at the very least screw on a suppressor, and it would be dangerous, but well, I never knew a Mahina would spawn. I never knew a Mahina could spawn here. But since it's not it can be suppressed, you have to make sure that if you hit someone, they're dead. Otherwise, they're gonna know where you are. They're gonna reposition to make it hard for you to snipe, and then you'll either die to them first, or you'll never see them again. I mean, I could go into like the nuances of sniping and stuff, and like how in real life practice it's actually a really difficult thing, and very rarely anyone gets to be a sniper because sniping is a really tough training course. But for those of you who are interested to try out sniping in VR, you can go one of 2 routes. You can the mildly more expensive route, but better, but in technicality it's better, is if you buy a gun stock, probably, I don't know, like a Olin asset or something, but who knows, like, I mean, as far as I know, Olin VR stuff has been the most reliable out of basically every single one out there, because I always hear Olin, and I mean, I think I'm on okay terms with Olin. I mean, I have one of his gun stocks, but it was made for a Quest 2, and the cup's kind of broke, so I can't really use it anymore. And not that I want to use it anymore, because it was kind of, it didn't really belong to Olin. It was a collaboration between Olin and that one game. And yeah, I guess based on the way that I played the game, it was just too top heavy for me, that I ended up breaking the cups that would hold the magnets, I guess. I mean, back then I was like the ultimate glazer for that game, so I'm not surprised I ended up buying that. I still have the hat, by the way. I still have the hat. Actually, no, I think I threw away the hat of that game. And then actually, I I bought a hat from Tabor, but it never got shipped to me, so I got low-key scammed. But whatever. I would be mad, but it's not really Combat Waffle's fault because it got lost in the sauce once they actually shipped it out. So too bad, I guess. Can't really say can't really say it's their fault because they did their job. They shipped it out to me, and then they told me that yeah, they already shipped it out, so it was the shipping company to blame. So oh well, I mean, I graduated to a cowboy hat anyways, so I don't really need so I don't really need baseball caps anymore. I'm not joking. I'm not joking, by the way. I have an actual like cowboy hat, and I think it says like "Release the Beast" or something, which is very in theme for me back when I bought it, because when I was in the military, um, I got one of those custom like name tags for myself, and then because they didn't really want to give us call signs, so I just custom call sign myself the Beast, even though I was like one of the biggest sissies out there. Then again, you know, some of them called themselves like ghosts and shit like that, and they were the loudest motherfuckers to ever exist. So whatever. It was just supposed to be something that was fun. So I think amongst all the names that I got, I mean, there were no malicious names, thankfully, apart from like those couple of idiots who like called me a gay furry. But I mean, I told them that, so no one to blame but myself, right? Where is this satellite? But other than that, it was kind of, I got called the Beast. I got called Mr. Cowboy because of the cowboy hat, which is very weird. Actually, I also got called. I also got also was what is one of the personnel at our base actually wore a cowboy hat that was specifically tailored to him, so I also got associated with that guy, I guess. He was like I think he was like a safe he was like a some kind of like safety guy or something. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what they do. Okay, so I just need to headshot 2 more phoenixes. Shouldn't be that difficult considering it's this gun. Okay, I mean, in the first place, you shouldn't be going for headshots with a sniper rifle. I know y'all seen like scout gameplay from like CS:GO before. No, you're not. Sniper rounds or DMR rounds, bolt action rounds are typically strong enough to just clear someone flat out if you shoot them. So body shots. I mean, honestly, like I know I'm gonna get some heat from this but think about it, right? A scout in CS was like what, 2 shots to the chest to kill. Was this with or without armor? I have no clue, but I'm gonna assume with armor. So if you can, with the movement speed of it, couldn't you just re-peek? Couldn't you just peek, shoot, and then basically they're at a health disadvantage for the next fight, and then you can maybe like play a pistol or something that. I mean, I don't play Counter-Strike anymore, so what would I know? All I know is buy AK-47 and then just win game, I guess. When I came back a couple years later, I actually wanted try to be a little bit of a contrarian, so I actually picked up the CZ75, even though it's like the worst fucking gun these days. And then also I think one of the other guns that I wanted to try out was like the R8 revolver. So actually, you know what's crazy is that I do believe I still have all my skins for Counter-Strike. I'm not gonna give them away, cause I don't have a knife or gloves or anything, so don't worry. But I do think that there may come a point where eventually those skins may be sold at a relatively higher price. Cause I don't know how it works these days, but there could be a chance that I could sell them for a bit higher. So maybe in like 30 years, my AK-47 Legion of Anubis will be like $2 billion, and then I can sell that, and then I can retire, I guess, even though I'm like already 60 by then. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be around for a little while, so assuming that I do not meet any unfortunate circumstances, I am probably gonna be gaming till the day I die. You're gonna be like, you're gonna see this uncle fucking playing Ghost of Tabor still, even though like all the devs are already like long since dead, and then I'll just be here playing Ghost of Tabor, and then one day I'll just randomly stop uploading, and then all that money going nowhere. And that's why you don't try to go for headshots. Oh, right, that other thing that I was talking about. So, what's the other method that isn't buying what's the other method that isn't buying fuck that isn't buying a gun stock? Well, to put it quite simply, it's to just do what I'm doing right now, which is I'm literally like I'm playing on seeded mode right now. But as you can see, obviously it's not gonna always work. So I have armrest, and then I just prop it up on my arm. I just prop up both my elbows on my armrest. It's honestly, I would honestly recommend this one, because I know some of y'all really think that a gun stock is necessary. I've seen so many people talk about using a gun stock just to try to get a competitive advantage. I can tell you one thing for sure is that it really depends, because sometimes the gun stock that I got was heavy as shit, so half the time it would be really painful to even try to try to lift it. So I mean, yeah, your aim's gonna be faster, but your aim's not gonna be, it's gonna be more steady, but you're gonna be slower overall. And especially like for me, the worst thing was throwing grenades, because I would have to go and rip the magnet off and then throw the grenade with an already heavier gun stock. So you know. But yeah, unfortunately the thing is like you know. Also my audio cable keeps getting in the way. I mean, I got all the headshots, so I can stop worrying about headshots already. I mean, good riddance. Eat. Okay. Oh, wow. This is what happens when you try to free ball it. Of course. Good thing I'm wearing Marauder armor. Shouldn't there be one guy down here? Or is he like down there? Ah, who knows. Well, no Mamba on the map, thankfully. Although we have a magical demon gun standing up right here. Well, I mean, I put a laser on this for a reason. Well, is it short enough that I can do this? Oh wow. Galileo AR. It's interesting, but it's functionally similar to the M4, just looks nicer, I guess. So, not much to talk about there. Is there a chance for a lightsaber to spawn here? I do need a lightsaber, unfortunately, but you know. Well, we have to check labs for it, so. Apparently it can spawn right outside on the bench, so. Oh, hello. See, this is what I mean about you don't actually have to worry about ammunition for the Tikka, because its spawns are extremely common, because who the hell would, and even if it's looted before, who the hell picks up a Tikka magazine anyways, so yeah. Do you think any of this like other junk loot actually has any use? Because I find it a little bit hard to think what could I possibly use a Ventolin spray and a is it Ventolin? It could be Ventolin. But it's basically just an inhaler, an inhaler, a blood pressure machine, and all the other stuff. I mean, I get that in the future they're gonna completely overhaul everything. Maybe I'm gonna need it for like to go and start building my medicine bay. I think I'm not entirely sure, but maybe. So, well, here. I mean, it's not. I mean, look at this gun, right? In of itself, we just right out the gate found a G383. So, in theory, couldn't you just, I don't know, find a G with the loot refresh? You could just find basically virtually any gun that you could ever want in the game. So why not, right? I will say I did notice that that they are redoing all the quests and tasks for the traders slowly, so that's good. although I don't exactly know what's gonna be the purpose of them in the future. Maybe we will actually get to maybe we'll actually get to, you know, buy items, but not like guns and stuff anymore. Did I miss another airdrop? And I say another, by that I mean like the other day when I was streaming, I was like minding my own business, and then there was an airdrop just randomly in the middle of Makamies. So I was very taken aback, so to speak, because I didn't even hear it, and I guess I was talking myself up too loud because I didn't hear this one either. Alright. So what I had to do there was I propped myself up on the I propped my elbow up on my Okay, so I'm sitting down. I have the armrest here, and then basically what I do, I have my leg here, and then I grab it and I just prop it up like that. So it's like a makeshift stand. Well, let's see what we got, I suppose. Come on it. There comes a time when a man just couldn't be arsed. Let's see if the lightsaber is here though. I don't see anything, so nah. Let's see what we did get though. Actually, it's crazy. I'm pretty sure I've had this spawn. Let me just put my forehead. Let me just scan my forehead. Forehead successfully scanned. Then there's this guy over here. I see an MP9 already, and I wanna die, and I already. Really? Okay. Well, at least I feel like AP ammo is guaranteed in these things. So okay. Well, that's not very useful. Well, we got a hack tool, which is worth a pretty penny, I guess. But I'm gonna keep it because I have some nightmares from the times when like they requested that I needed a hack tool, and I remember there's one guy on like the Tabor Discord who was like doing fucking weapon inspections and stuff. If he ever watches this, you know what he should do? He should actually he should actually do all the CS2 reloads. I don't know, they changed it, didn't they? So actually now it's gonna be even better, cause I'm pretty sure they actually like, you know, do the click now. Oh, well, speaking of better guns, I guess. As if right on cue we got a freaking dragon off, bro. Oh, Lord Almighty, grant me the strength to stop irony from ever being a thing. Well, actually irony isn't bad, because I remember a time when irony was actually pretty useful for me. So when I was in the military, as some of you might know, I have patellar tendonitis, which the you know, the not so overcomplicated term is I have jumper's knee or runner's knee, and basically what it is that whenever I run, not whenever I walk. Although it's starting to get there. Whenever I walk, I feel pain in my right knee because it's really inflamed in my right knee, so it hurts. So what ends up happening is that I had to go and get a so I never really got it diagnosed, and during the army there was a lot of running because they wanted because excuse me, because our like company leaders had like yearly KPI to hit, so and unfortunately those yearly KPIs were regarding their own troopers, so basically they did a lot of these exercises to try to get us to be able to run better, but because of the knee issue I could never run faster. So what ended up happening was I was just doing my light jog as always, because anything above a light jog would hurt. And then this really fucking asshole of a sergeant, which I mean it makes sense why he's an asshole, because now I'm pretty sure he's still in the military because he signed on. So now military is his career, which congratulations, you're officially a loser, I guess. Uh, I wouldn't say that about. I want to make it clear. I wouldn't call a military man a loser in any other scenario than if you were to be in my specific type of military, because we were all conscripts, so we didn't have no choice in the matter but to choose to want to be in the army is just plain Jane stupid. So he got really mad at me because it was an interval run, and I wasn't keeping up with everyone. I was very much behind. So he was very mad at me, and he and at one point he actually threatened to just have me sit out the exercise, which I mean I didn't mind. But he was very pissed off. And basically he told me off, and I gave him a perfectly reasonable explanation regarding my knee. But then he turned it into him and said that he also has a knee problem, and yet he still runs fine. So the point here is that he used his knee. He used the fact that his knee also isn't that apparently great as an excuse to say that I have no excuse to be running, which is really stupid, because I mean I do not believe that we had the same issues, or at least I don't think he had patellar tendonitis either. So he threatened to have me fall off the exercise, but he didn't actually follow through with it because he knew that he was basically giving me a free a free chance to slack off. So he just kept berating me. And then when it came time to our final exercise, we were made to trek a bit, and during one of the periods where we had to kneel in a ready position for to prepare for the attack. And I just need to remind you that this is an exercise. I never killed anyone. I hope I don't actually have to end up killing anyone. He knelt down on a rock and popped his knee, which is I guess what I'm trying to say is that revenge can be a fucking bitch, because he definitely deserved that. Like, I know he popped his knee, he had to be carted away, yeah, yada yada yada, whatever, but still doesn't excuse the fact that he said whatever he said and did whatever he did. That makes me honestly glad that he's he signed up to stay in the military, because it means that I'll never see him again. He'll go on to do whatever the fuck he's gonna do, and then yeah, I'll never see him again. Actually, the other day, one of huge chunk of irony actually. One of they told me that the old group chat that had the entire company. I received a message stating that there's a fucking like it was like some sort of like marathon where everyone who participated had to collectively run a total of 100 kilometers. But I completely ignored the message because I'm not in the military anymore, and I'm under no obligation to participate in such stupid shit. And I mean, they were at the end the ones who are to blame for my condition in the first place. So they're in no position to tell me whether or not to participate for this. And that's why they had to specify after they sent it that it was optional, because if they told us it was compulsory, then Jesus Christ, they'd have to like charge like 100 different people, because no one in their right mind would have done it. Actually, I learned the other day that the marathon fell flat completely because no one participated. And yeah, I don't think any single person can run 100 kilometers in total. But you know, that's what you get, I guess. The only time they'll have a hold of me again is when they bring me back for a service, and that's only for like 5 days maximum, so I'm not too worried. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna spend like the 5 days to 2 weeks, 2 weeks at max. They're gonna spend to get me to like try to run, but at this point I already have that doctor's memo that states that I'm gonna be excused from running for the rest of my life. So, or well, not for the rest of my life, but basically running will, anything associated with running has a really high chance of aggravating the pain again, and if I suffer another injury there, it could become more serious, which basically means that if I damage my knee in any way, I'm basically done forever. So yeah, not ideal, but what can you do about it? Military doesn't give two shits. The very fact that I never declared that the injury was a mistake on my part, because then that means they would have had to insure me for life. Basically. Guess that would have been quite nice. Are you serious? I'm not about to die to some fuck ass with an SKS. Alright. Guess I mean, I'm not going to, you know. Well, I think this is gonna be a one raid only thing, cause we went to island. Typically I do more than one, but I've been recording for 44 minutes already, so I think this is good enough as a singular video all by itself. Basically, that's my way of saying I'm too lazy to record more. I mean, I was considering like one more raid where I like go silo or Maka 9, and then I just put some random scope on it that's not a sniper scope. So but that's not gonna be a good idea, so forget it. Alright, uh, that's the raid. I'll see you guys at the outro, I suppose. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed that. Honestly, just a little silly video about the Tika. What do I think of it? Well, it was displayed to be quite impressive at dealing with Phoenix, so if you're playing PvE, you could definitely pick it up. As for PvP, I guess, I mean, technically at the end of the day, it is 762 by 51, so if you hit your target, you are bound to do a lot of damage, and I think if you hit their head, they're just instantly gone, most likely. So yeah, pretty good level 1 weapon, although I would say you probably be better off with an SKS, because Island isn't really friendly for the average new player. So, and I mean, there is some skill that comes with like steady aim. I have to use an armrest just to just to perform. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.